Why does everyone have ladybugs over their head? Anybody want to explain what the heck is going on here? Why is everyone frozen? What is happening? What are you people doing? Hello everyone and welcome back to that one playthrough of MMORPG Tycoon 2. I am Kyle once again, and this is episode 9. Now I entered the game today and decided that I absolutely hated everything. Not everything in terms of like my life or anything, but just, everything that I built in the game last time. And I should be pretty clear about this. It's not that I hate it, I really like the atmosphere I created in this. The region is right. I'm just going to make some very early modifications here to how we laid out this kind of beginning area with the inn, the tavern, and the respawn point. So, really quickly, I've got some swift ideas I'm going to take this. I'm going to leave the road. Now, there's a reason for that because I have a plan. I'm gonna take the path. I'm going to get out of my way, Vine. I'm gonna divert it this way, and we'll kind of come up around here, give it a nice little wind. We're gonna take it up this way, and then I'll take the original path I built here and kind of have that come up this way and then continue as if it was going to go normally, and then we'll have this one connect in like that as well. Now, here is the reason why. I would like to move the inn and everything. We're going to go nice, easy movement over to this side, and we got to, let's see, flip this like so. Yeah, we'll kind of tuck it in by this tree. Make sure we don't get rid of the, what's it called? This doohickey, the road and the tree. There we go. And if we do that, then it should flatten the road a little bit for us there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the tavern. So we're going to grab this, going to come all the way back. Give it the old spinny routine. And this one, let's see. It's probably too close to that one. Now if I go, if I kind of tuck it there, it's going to shift the earth. I want, that is, I don't like that. Go back with it? What happens if I do that? That takes it further up the hill. Okay, no, we're just gonna move it. L in a handbasket. If I go kind of here-ish, too close to the inn still, I think. Maybe if I, what if I go kind of like that? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that doesn't affect the road too much. I am bothered by that slightly. Maybe if I take this and move it, get it out of the way for now. What is, yeah, I forgot to put a guard there. What does that do? That's more tolerable. Now what if I, yeah, okay, hold on. I got an idea. We'll put this over here, kind of like that. Let's move this as well. And this we can kind of put here-ish, like that. Yeah, that's okay. Now, I believe if I grab, I can grab these guys. We'll just put all of our guards on this side. Grab our inn owner. Or tavern owner. He was the tavern owner, that's who he was. This guy kind of by there. And this guy was just meant to be on the road, so maybe I'll put, I got an idea actually. I'll put this guy here, and then the guy that was out by here we'll put up here. Put a guy at each one of the crossroads. And, I gotta remember to put the game on play. Now, we won't see any players, because they are all having fun in Brightwood. Yeah, all of our players are happily, joyfully gallivanting about in this region. How's this guy doing? Okay, he's doing just fine. He's level 1. Taking on the Skellies. If the Skellies are that easy for level 1 characters, again, might need to buff them, but I'm not worried about character, or not character, I'm not worried about NPC enemy balancing at the moment. Yeah, so we just won't be able to watch any of our characters kind of develop and do things because level 1 and level 2 is where everyone is at. Currently only have 2 level 2 players, 2,300 of them, still level 1. So until they kind of grow up in the world, we're not really going to see them enter our next area. So, which means for the time being, we get to spend a little time kind of detailing this and getting things set for them before they get here. Okay, let's, I'm going to continue the path down this way, and I want to intentionally keep it closer to the mountainside. Alright, so that's kind of a long path, but as I said in the last episode, I do want to create kind of some of that that grid work, that skeleton, that scaffolding for this area, and I think kind of putting a path here that exists and I'll work around that as time goes by is a good way to kind of get things kicked off and started. Now, I'm going to leave the road here, but the idea here now is I want these guards in place here. I mean, they're gonna move around anyways. As you can see, this guy's walking around. I would like it if they just kind of stayed, you know, as close to the center there as possible. And the reason for that being, oops, they're gonna kind of keep guard and make sure that people go on this path toward where the inn and the tavern are, and they're gonna tell people like, hey, avoid this road. It's not where you want to be going. Obviously, people are gonna respawn here if they die, but we will we'll put some things in place here. I want to make it look like this area. I need to make sure I do some buildings here. Ooh, this is gonna get expensive. These are 1,000 a piece. So we'll do 3 to start with, and we will modulize them as needed. I'm gonna create like what used to be a somewhat of a community here right on the edge. How close can I get here? Pretty close. Alright, we'll do that. Oh, that one got activated. Good, good. Okay, and then we'll leave that one there for now. I would like to work on these. Ooh, that's cool. I like that roof. Nice. Let's see if we can get... I don't know if they make windows on this piece. Yeah, that's kind of a window there, I guess. It's hard to see with the lighting I have in this zone at the moment. Yeah, we'll go like that. Okay, so we're going to create kind of this broken down region. And then now from here, you can kind of see like, okay, you're not supposed to go over there, but nobody knows why. Okay, so we created this short quest last time. I'm going to change this to not find more beer. I'm just going to call it Under the Weather, because this is the guy you go and talk to figure out kind of why he's not feeling well. He's a little sick, and I want to take advantage of having quest givers. So I'm going to give this guy some other things to do. Actually, I know exactly what I need to do. We're going to head back into Bright Road real quick, and we're going to go to General Morith. That's Brightwood. I want, where is he at here? General, hiding under the desk. Ooh, he has 2 quests available? The investigation, let's go to... Wait a second. Problems on the road, that takes you to Ajax the Enlightened, check the mountain pass, that's talking to that guy, and then help the investigation. Oh, there's actually more we can have you do. Okay. Well, at the very least. No, you're not going to massacre the bears. It's not. Let's pause the game so nobody goes to get that quest. And your last quest, assuming everyone follows the quest lines in order, which will probably never happen, but oh well. We're going to send him over to this guy, not to locate a princess. That is not Not a thing. And I'm going to call this the Road to Valkyrin. Now, Valkyrin is some... Oh, I'm making letters again. I'm going to call this the Road to Valkyrin. I'm going to change this to just be... Well, let's see. He's got 1,250. Let's make it a flat 250, and he's going to give the player 50 gold. This is like the big transition into the next region. So it's going to be a high reward. And that total will actually bring his total experience now to 1,000 from General Morith. Now, I also want to change this guy's name. I didn't like the name I saw. Sofix the Enlightened. That is not your name. We'll keep that. Sofix I like. And he's just going to be Captain Sofix. So going to him kickstarts the quest, The Road to Valkyrin. Now, Valkyrin being a location that has not been created yet in the map, but already have the ideas. Valkyrin, big things happening in Valkyrin. So you go to this guy, and he's gonna basically be like, dude, I know the general sent you this way, but trust me, you do not want to pass through this region. He's gonna kind of say like, okay, here's kind of some things that are going on. Go talk to this guy. He's been here for a while, and he's got some weird stories. He's not feeling well. You know, he's feeling under the weather. So you're gonna go talk to that guy. You're gonna come back to him. This guy's basically going to tell you like, yeah, I've been here for a while, haven't been feeling that well. Then you're going to go back to him, and I'm going to move this quest up here. We're going to give him something else to do. Let's see here. I wonder if I can put something. Actually, I got an idea. We will add an NPC, and I'm just going to put one. Let's see, just a guard, kind of like out here. This guy's just kind of standing watch. This is another one of Captain Sofix's detail. He's got him over there in sight, keeping eye on the buildings up here. And let's see, Captain Sofix. We're gonna go this quest. Go talk to this member of your detail, Squire Zap Zap. That must be his military nickname. You know how much hazing there is. Say 100 experience, no gold. Actually, you know, no. He's trying to convince you to basically go away and not be here. So he's not paying you. He's just gonna be like, listen, I'll try and have you talk to as many people as possible. They all have weird stories around here. Okay, not find more beer. And this is just gonna be called Watchful Eyes. I'm gonna add one more, and I'm gonna put like a small house here. Gosh, gonna get rid of all my trees again. Gotta build this out here. It's an expensive point on our map. Alright, we're gonna put this guy... yeah, gotta put it right here. And we're gonna say that this is like the house of, an old resident, just kind of like these were old houses and businesses of a bygone era, it seems. Captain Sofix, this is going to be called Whispers in the Woods. And he's going to just have you go check out this little house, because again, you have not believed him yet. All the stories that he's tried to get out of you, or all the stories he's tried to elaborate on by sending you to people who have been here again for a while and have seen and heard things. Maybe whispers in the woods. Okay, 100 experience, no gold. While the player is over here, they're going to come across something they do not expect. Too close to obstruction. Okay, I'm going to put you there. Can I move you inside? I can. There we go. Nice. So I made him a guard so that he's not going to be a threat. Like, the player won't get attacked by the skeleton. This is Trent Entmeyer. Now, Trent Entmeyer is a ghost, also from a bygone era, it seems. So our players now, when they enter here, they're on the road to Valkyrin. They just think they're headed on a mission from the general to head to this region. He says, go talk to Captain Sofix. Captain Sofix says, you better get the best be turned around, go in a different direction, find a different way to get to Valkyrin, because nobody wants to be here. Talk to this guy who's feeling sick, you talk to that guy who's been spying on the town over here and heard weird things, and he says, okay, you don't believe me there? Alright, go check out this house, and there is some proof there that is unescapable. And you're going to meet our friend Trent. They're not going to talk to him, they're just going to kind of see him. Maybe like, Easter eggy type things if this was a real game. you kind of get a chance to talk to Trent or something like that. He gives you some information that there are things in the woods that should not be taken lightly, and he's trying to warn you as well, but he also doesn't remember much because he's been dead so long, and part of his history as a living person is somewhat forgotten. And then I think that's pretty good. From there, we've kind of established a lot of mystery in the area, and they will then send the player to the innkeeper. So you're going to come up here, and to get to the innkeeper, they're going to follow this road. And now we've got innkeeper. Tully the Wise. I like that name, actually. And dang, we're actually making money pretty fast. This is lovely. And our tickets have gone down again. They were getting a little high. I was trying to keep an eye on that. Captain Suffolk says go to Spooky Inn. I actually want him to come up to Questgiver. So he's going to say go to Tully the Wise. He's just going to say speak to Tully. That's the nickname of Tully the Wise. All the local guards who've been here for a while, they know Tully. He's a pal. He's going to go say go see Tully. So Tully the Wise. Very wise indeed. We'll just make his first quest to actually go to the inn so that we make sure players do check in there. And we'll change this because it shouldn't be that much. Not going to pay you to do it. Perfect. Okay. Tully is not as superstitious, but he does know that there's some weird things going on. So he is going to kick off a potential side quest, I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to call it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another quest giver, and I'm going to make this one a bandit. Bandit asset, at least. It's not actually a bandit. We're going to put this guy kind of like he's hiding back here. This is going to be Ajax. I like Ajax. Let's go Ajax. And then Angari. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of his first or his second quest. We'll elaborate on him briefly later. Now, search for more. No, don't. Not. Let me change the name of this. He's gonna say get some rest. So he's telling you to go to the inn, and then this one, we'll go ahead and set the location first. He's gonna tell you to go to the respawn point. Okay, this kind of helps the player, in a real world environment, establish where the respawn point is. Also, Tully is not superstitious, so he's not really worried about this area. He knows there's some weird stuff going on, but he knows that it's not necessarily something to be spooked by, in a way. And because it is going to take 33,000 experience to get to the next level here, just to go from level 3 to 4, I do want to make sure we don't lollygag too much. Start making this 500. He's still not going to pay you, though. I'm going to call this one Tread Lightly, because he wants you to be careful. Now, people will potentially come over here, they might see this other quest giver, they might decide, hey, I should check out what this guy has to say. Now, I'm going to leave Ajax Angari because, honestly, I want to change his asset. I have an idea for a faction that is going to kind of exist in this area. So, this is going to lead to a couple of things that I spoke about in the last episode. Now, that specific thing I'm talking about from last time is, in fact, adding a 4th player class into the game. So, I want this to be a ranger. More specifically, this is an Angari ranger. Now this is going to have a different model. I'm going to use the thief. I want to see. All right, I'm going to change the colors in this a little bit. This is straps. No, those are fine. What is this? Color is it now? Gray? No, we can make this kind of darker. What's this one? Ooh, okay, yeah, this is what I want to change. I want to make this. Ooh, I kind of like the light, darkish greens. Okay, we're gonna go like that. And this is. That's too bright. Let's make this really dark. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like really dark greens. Like they're trying to blend in. We kind of like a dark red hair. There we go. That's kind of cool looking. We're gonna go ahead and apply that. Base health on this is gonna be fairly low. I did raise the base speed slightly higher than 5, so this is probably the fastest character. I'm not gonna have him use rage. We'll have him use mana. So this will be a character that's fairly squishy, relatively quick, but this is gonna be kind of the crafty character. kind of like a rogue, but I really want them to have ranger elements. In my opinion, I think rangers are some of the coolest characters and classes in games in terms of their kind of flavor, in terms of like what they're capable of doing and on like a theatrical sense. So if we think about like the archer in the movies, like the common archetype of like Legolas, like super badass, but when it comes to a lot of games, especially like tabletops and stuff, D&D kind of doesn't really do rangers very much justice in my opinion. There are some things that I wish they were more badass, more powerful, and just kind of like people didn't kind of push them off to the side as much. So I'm gonna try and give the ranger class as much due diligence and badassery as I possibly can. All right, so they're gonna get something pretty special at level 1. I'm gonna give them a very small weaken, but on a melee attack. So they have to get in close range, close proximity in order to do this. It's not gonna do very much damage, so less than 1 damage. It's gonna be an instant cast, 3-second cooldown, and I'm gonna make the weaken last for half of that time. So kind of an opportune thing. Actually, I take it back. I'm not gonna do a weaken. Let's do a root. I'm gonna do a 1-second root. And the reason for that being, the idea is this character is fast. So if, say, an enemy gets on top of them into melee range, they can do a quick jab, a little dagger strike, and then they can run away while they're rooted in place. So you can kind of kite a little bit. So this is kind of like a safety precaution. This is a defensive ability that they use with some offensive capability with it. And then the next one. All right, so I moved in one of the prefabs I had from my other ranger assets. This is deadly aim. This has a slow. We're gonna get rid of the slow. I do like the damage over time. The idea is this is gonna be, well, I don't know. I think I should just have a direct attack. Let's see, 15 mana. We said we have 14, so if it takes 5, quite a bit actually. Let's take this down to 3. I do like the damage over time, like it's producing a bleed, because the idea here was the flavor text is pierce the target with an arrow shot to its weakest point. It doesn't have great DPS, but what I will do, let's do just a flat damage one. Yeah, we'll keep that at 1. I want this to be missile range, 1 damage, 10-second cooldown. Let's do a 1-second cast, because you're focusing the aim as you use it, and then it's like a really poppy attack. And then we'll let it come up every 5 seconds. That makes sense. 5 seconds is not very quick to try and get attacks off. It is going to do 2 damage though over the course of 6 seconds. 1 damage up front, another 1 damage over time. Yeah, that's a lot. So let's keep that as is. Actually 6 seconds. Let's do 0.5 over 2 seconds. So that's actually better DPS technically. And then that way the bleeds won't stack. So it's like damage up front, a little bit of bleed, very little bleed actually. Well, it's still more than if it was 1 damage over 6 seconds, so that's fine. Actually, I'm not fond of the root on this, actually. I'm just gonna do a slow for a very brief amount of time, trying to give you the opportunity to escape. And we're gonna say this does cost mana, so we'll just say it costs 0.5. So a little utilitarian at the same time. Apply that. We'll kind of play around with it because this might need some buffing. This might actually be fairly weak already. Okay, so we got the 2 starting abilities. Let's do a level 2 ability just because all of our other player classes have it, so we want to make sure this one's up to date too. I actually know what I want to do for this one. Kind of the closest thing to a net. And this is going to be our grapple. I think that's how you spell grapple. I could be totally wrong. Probably am totally wrong. Actually, yeah, we're not going to do damage. This is going to be interesting. This is where we'll put the weaken in. So it's going to knock the enemy prone essentially. We'll weaken them by 15%. 8 seconds. Let's weaken them for 4. I'm going to make this take a decent amount of mana to start with. It's also going to root them, and that'll be for the same amount of time. So grapple's going to be like they throw a net, or have some kind of cool ability where they have a net that's in an arrow somehow, or they shoot like 5 arrows at once that have a net in between them. And then they pin the enemy in place, they're rooted, and then it because the enemy is knocked prone, they're then weakened, so now your other abilities are going to have an improved capability of doing damage. Yeah, I like that. So it's completely utilitarian actually, but it's going to buff the damage of everything else you're doing. We'll say every 10 seconds, and this again going to take some focus to cast it. We'll make this longer actually, 2 seconds. Yeah, so it's longer cast time. And the reason being, this is again why you have to be, you know, this is one of those characters you have to kind of be good at the game. Oh, this is rage. Yeah, we don't want that. We want it to be mana. I was like, why is it saying it's not viable? The character you kind of have to be a little bit good at the game. So you've got this really good deadly aim ability, which has got a bleed attached to it. You've got this grapple, which is a great root ability as well as a weaken. And if you aren't strategic enough with stuff and somebody gets on top of you, you have to use your dagger strike to slow them down so that you can escape a little bit, kite back on them, maybe get another grapple, back up again, get a deadly aim on them. So it's a little bit more of a strategic skill set here. All right, so that is our Angari Ranger. Now, here's where things are going to get a little tough and annoying to start with. There are a decent number of Rangers scattered around as NPCs. So what I'm going to do, and this will get expensive, is every instance I'm going to add the Angari Ranger next to them and then delete the other one. So the Angari Rangers that are going to be scattered around as guards are kind of more or less like mercenaries to the Empire. They don't actually work for them. They are their own entity and faction, but they are helping out in a lot of these regions because they are so versatile. They are so good at what they do, and they know the wilderness and the region, so they can kind of really survive on their own. They have a lot of versatility as groups that can help out the guards that are not from here in kind of adapting to these regions. Now, I don't remember where all of these guys are, and to be honest, these guys down here, I'm not actually worried about them being Angari type. They're going to be just the regular bandits, so let's add these guys in. The real tough part is going to be, oh, I deleted the wrong guy, dang it. The real tough part is going to be replacing any of the ranger quest givers. So in this case, it's got to be a bandit quest giver. And the way this will work is I will bring up, I can only bring up one at a time, that's a bummer. Okay, so this is investigate the shipwreck. Takes you over to the tower. What we're going to do is we're going to do a quick copy. Investigate the shipwreck, boom, 150 and 0. Also make sure to get the names. Wouldn't want Alexander to miss out on his naming ability. Okay, so our beach rangers are now all officially transferred to bandits. Do have a ranger guard here, so he's not a bandit, he will be an Angari ranger. Don't believe anyone over here. I think these are just fighters. Yeah. We do actually need to make sure we add a trainer who is an Angari ranger. We'll put him over by our other trainers. I think these are all town guards. There is one, yeah, there's one right here next to our shop. Let's say make him actually a fighter guard. I don't want the player class rangers to necessarily be that kind of NPC. These are all bandits by the windmill. These guys need to be replaced. I have a feeling I want this guy to actually be whatever I replace the new guard asset or NPC asset with. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Maybe we should actually look into that first. What do we have in prefabs? We could make them an ostrich, that's one option. Or dwarves. Ooh, that's actually a pretty cool looking asset. I like how they made him stockier looking. Could be a cowboy. This could be the grand opportunity to make chefs. Not elves. We could do alchemists. That might be a player class we look into though. Could be bards. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Mage. You know, maybe for now we make it a knight. Do they have a pre-built ability? Oh, he's still got the ranger ones I had in there before. Yeah, just give him a strike ability for now. That's fine. And then you can have a shield bash too. Okay, for now, I will turn them into knights. I will probably not keep it that way. I'm gonna think on this a little bit, but at least now I can leave him like that. And I need to go find all of my other rangers wherever they may be hiding. Okay, so there's a knight there. So we'll make you... You can be an Angari ranger. Find all of them first before we worry about switching it. You're one there. You're one there. Let's see. You can be one. You can be one. You can be one. Okay, and then we'll delete them all. And then that way I can kind of just leave this guy, the investigator lead guy, what's his name, Nathan? Captain Nathan? What's your rank? Captain Nathan. Don't know which one I selected. Wrong one. Oh dang, this ranger just decided to just go literally massacre some skeletons. Cool. Ah crap. Okay, so there's a few quest givers around here that were our original ranger asset. These are probably going to want to have to be replaced because that is one badass looking servant if that's the case. I don't want to make the Angari Ranger assets servants, so I will replace all of these, but I will replace them with kind of the bandit asset as a quest giver. There, I'm going to place these because I have to make the connections. This one is, he's a town guard asset, that's fine. And these are guards. Just make them bandits, even though they're not bandits. And let's see, Tori is a bandit asset. Let's just make these town guards here to replace these ones. Quite a few guards here, just in case our bear friend gets out of hand. The knights, or whatever they're going to be called. Okay, now we got to start swapping things over. So there was only 2 quest givers here that were old ranger assets. They are now bandit assets to act as the servants in the Baron's quarters. There are a couple of the assets here, so let's... I did have one here. I'll replace this with a basic town guard. That was the only one I had. Yeah, and then just the quest giver. And honestly, I think that's just about it. Unless somebody wants to mention in the comments if they think I missed a ranger. Ooh, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, there's a couple down here. There's a bunch of them down here. Make one bandit and one regular one. Yeah, if anybody can think of any more, mention it in the comments if I missed another ranger asset that they think I need to replace. Okay, now I'm actually going to delete this guy because he is going to actually be an Angari Ranger quest giver. This guy, our tavern keeper. So far he's got get some rest and he's got tread lightly. He wants you to go over to the abandoned town area next to the river where you might potentially run into this guy. Wasn't this like Ajax? Ajax? Maybe it's, let's just go Ajax. Ajax Angari. So all of the Angari Rangers are going to have the last name Angari, just so we know exactly who they are. Okay, so this will potentially kick off a side quest, and that's kind of this guy's main goal. So Tully is, let's see, he's gonna have 3 more, but they are kind of undecided in my head at this point. His first one, I think, this is kind of reiterating some stuff already, but I'm gonna have him, if they come to him, he's literally gonna say, you should go over here. You should. He's just gonna say, stay clear of the water. Again, make sure our game is playing so we can make money. So he's gonna basically send you back to the tavern. Like, hey, get the heck out of here, dude. Now in theory, this might not be how it actually plays out in the game, but they'll go to Tully, he's gonna send him over here, basically to be like, hey, you know, there's some weird things going on. You should probably go investigate over there just to see, because people have got stories. It might be good to get somebody else's opinion of somebody who's not from around here. They come over here to investigate. They come across our friend Ajax. If they take Ajax's quest, he's going to be like, dude, go away. You should stay clear of the water. Like, he's gonna make it look like he's just warning people. You're gonna go back to the tavern, and then in theory tell Tully about this guy named Ajax who's like telling people to stay away from there. Now, Tully will then kind of be like, well, that's weird. I've never met this guy Ajax. I have no idea who that is. The quest for Ajax requires them to return to him. So it's gonna be as if they go to Ajax, and then Ajax is kind of like, oh, that's really strange and interesting. Maybe we should keep an eye on this guy Ajax, which will require the player to come back, but that's part of what Ajax's quest requires anyway, in the return to me function that's already built in. So we kind of have some narrative involved with that now. Now, I think what Ajax should do next is he's probably going to send the player into a kind of like a false adventure, not a false adventure, but a false task. Basically, Ajax is going to say, okay, if you really want to investigate what's going on here, maybe there's something you can check out for me. Okay, so I've got this small setup of what looks like to be a place where there used to be like another small community next to the river here. And we're going to put an Angari Ranger quest giver right in the middle. I'm going to add some guards that are also Angari. And they're going to kind of be like hiding out. Kind of put them inside these buildings like they're actually preparing an ambush. Even though the character assets want to actually like wander outside of stuff. Our intrepid heroes get told to stay clear of the water. Go back over there. Naturally, they're going to investigate back. Ajax is going to get a little upset and be like, all right, I gotta commit to getting rid of these guys. So he's going to say, hey, there's actually something you can do. You can go investigate over here. Maybe you'll find something worthwhile. Now, it's actually a trap. The reason I've made these all guards and a quest giver instead of actual enemies that will attack them is the Angari are not violent per se. They're not just gonna kill anyone who kind of comes in the area. They want to be protectors, but they're not afraid to get their hands dirty and be threatening if they need to make sure that somebody stays clear. And this is just gonna be favor for the brave. I'm not adding too much experience on a lot of these because there's no combat, real stressful things that the players are actively going through. This is just a lot of like narrative at this point. And then over here, we'll say, keep that name, Charlea. Charlea, is that Charlea or Charlea? I think it's Charlea. So Charlea Angari is another quest giver, and she is just gonna say, look around you and see that there's not really a task that you were sent here to do. You were sent to be threatened and told to leave. So her first thing is just going to be look around, and you'll see that you are surrounded by other Angari Rangers. Watch your back is the name of the quest. We'll make this no experience. Doesn't really take much. And then she is going to send you again back to our friend Tully. Now at this point, she's not actually sending you to Tully, she's just sending you back to town like, hey, go away, please. And of course, naturally, our players are gonna go to Tully and be like, yeah, there's some really strange things going on here. And this is just a plea for compliance. Please listen to us. And at this point, players will return to him undeterred. And the result is going to be a quest there's no turning back from once you begin. And for now, just to add kind of again like scaffolding for the rest of our quest lines, I'm going to use this asset. I like this kind of interesting tower. Put that there. Can't really name these buildings. These are just scenery too. I don't think I can actively send somebody to the tower, but I can put, for the time being, I'm gonna put a guard down here that is Angari. Let's put 2 of them. All right, so our friend here, Ajax, he is gonna tell people, okay, you really aren't deterred by this? You really wanna go down this road? Go talk to the guys down here at the watchtower. And this is gonna be a one-way road. And this is the quest I'll have him end on. So this is where he's going to send you without a return. So even if I add more quests, this will be his last one. We'll make this that full 1650 with a gold reward. And let's go ahead and have fun here with these names too. Everyone will be Angari at the end. I believe everyone has been properly named, even if they are just a guard and not just a quest giver. So I'll add another one here. We're going to send the player back down to here. But this time, they're going to actively talk to... Where'd he go? There he is. Our little guy here. Talk to Trent Entmeyer. It's going to be Moving Shadows. And it's going to be bring me proof that you have met with one of the wandering spirits of the forest. So you're going to learn that that's not just a creepy dead skeleton, it's just the asset that it is, but in the context of the narrative here, there are wandering spirits throughout the forest. And we will have him tell the player to go to the respawn point as well. He's telling people to go to the respawn point because this is a graveyard, and there are some weird things going on here, but that there's more to it than meets the eye, and that they need to learn to understand the forest itself and the way the forest is a living entity in a way. And that the spirits here need to be respected, but also contain a lot of mystery that even the Angari are uncertain of. And so this is Welcome to Eastwash. And then his next quest will be a one-way road, where he sends you into the depths to actually see what happens here in the rest of the quest line for Eastwash. We'll make that nice and low on the experience bar. And so he's actually going to give a decent chunk working with him. Now, there is also the option that we have to continuously add to Sharelia, I don't know. I'm going to keep trying, but I'll probably keep getting it wrong. All right, so pretty happy with where this is going so far. Got a new player class, that's pretty big. That's a significant addition to what's going on here. We've got a pretty decently established starting quest line for Eastwash. I can finally say the word Eastwash without screwing it up. Replaced a few of the assets in Brightwood so that they match up with some of the lore and context of making sure that we utilize ranger characters a certain way, and then I'll free up another NPC slot. I really like the way this these buildings really fit and snuggle into the trees here. Kind of came out nicer than I expected. And as we would hope, we have new players who are actively playing as Angari Rangers. If we can find any Angari Rangers in combat. Actually, we've probably got a lot of them coming in now because it is the next available character class, and so I would assume that people would be more interested to start filling it out. Oh yeah, oh man, we got a lot of players over here. Holy moly! It is, why does everyone have ladybugs over their head? Anybody want to explain what the heck is going on here? Why is everyone frozen? What is happening? What are you people doing? Alright, there's too much dying happening over here. Before we go, there's one thing I need to do. I need to make the spiders really, really easy. 0.5 on their basic ability. Actually, you know what? Let's make it 1. But we'll give it a longer cooldown. And then for Spit, it's not going to do damage. I think that is the OP'est. Instead, let's just add a slow 8 seconds. No, let's just let's do a reduce rage and a reduce mana. Can we? Okay, maybe. Yeah, we'll just make it a slow 1.5. Not 4.5. 1.5 seconds. And it's gonna use the manas. We'll say it drains mana over time. 1 mana over 8 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. So it's like an anti-mage ability in a way. Okay, so the spiders really don't do very much damage at all now. Unusable, requires more Oh, we should give you some mana then. There you go. Have some mana. I will probably elaborate on that more in the future, but I just really want the spiders to be easy. I don't want this to be an area where that keeps happening. See that guy? He's just bad if he's dying there. Why are you red? Tantrum. People have tantrums. Come on, you're an Angari Ranger. Alright, I wanna fight with one of these guys real quick. Whoa, what is going on? You, sir. Why does this character have no health? Oh, here's a problem. The deadly aim is apparently melee, I believe. Yeah, deadly aim is melee. It should be missile. There we go. Apply that. Look at that. We already fixed. Oh, that guy died. That's unfortunate. Frustrated. We're just bad at the game. That's what it is. Okay, so this guy. Let's see. Let's go. Another deadly aim. Spider chasing me. Oh god, there's another one. Another deadly aim. I feel like if you kite him, it's not too bad. How much health does this guy have? Oh, that's right. It's going to do damage over time. I forgot about that. Okay, so why? Oh, I'm out of mana. Yeah, these guys don't do enough damage. And their basic ability costs mana too. Okay, so there's some severe issues with our rangers. Really quick. No mana cost for this. And did he die? I think he died. That's unfortunate. Okay, no mana damage, but it's slow. That's fine. Apply that. This does 1 damage. I feel like that should have done more of those things. Let's make this 2. Let's have another go. Whoop in, get a little dagger strike. Kite him back, hit him with an arrow. Boom. Come back in, hit him with a number 1. Dagger strike him, come back. Another arrow. We're going to swoop back in, hit him with another dagger, and he's dead. And look at this, I have full health. Yeah, if you can't pull off that kind of epic kiting, then you just suck at the game. I'll do it again. Arrow. Deadly aim. Get his attention. Kite him back. Yeah, come get me, Spidey boy. And deadly aim again. Oh, he's gonna come after me. We'll kite this way. Get another deadly aim. Boom. And then hit him with the dagger. Kite him back. And deadly aim. And we're gonna swoop in and just go bam, dagger strike. And then we'll swoop in again. You know what? I'll do it again. I'll do it again at point blank. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the spiders are pretty weak now too. But yeah, if you kite with the ranger, pretty easy. I don't know if players in the game know how to kite, but yeah, I like the playstyle. Anywho, we have rangers. Spiders are now super easy, so those quests should not be too bad. So I would say this is as good a spot as any to go ahead and call it a day. I think we got a really good framework. I'm excited to see where this quest line goes with our new character class, new faction that's kind of evolved from it. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you think I missed and maybe need to go back and detail a little bit. I will start elaborating more quest lines in here in this region, as well as kind of adding a lot of the, little plant details and stuff that I've been adding in the previous section. I'll do that. I might do it off camera again. If you want to see me do it, I guess, I'll just do the kind of speed up fashion that I do when I speed up the video when I'm doing that kind of detailing. But if you want to watch me do it, that's cool. I'm more than happy to show it. Otherwise, until next time, I'm Kyle. This has been that one playthrough of MMORPG Tycoon 2. I will see you next time as we elaborate more into the realm of Eastwash.